Go and subscribe to the FIFA Ramble. They're the best ramble that could ever be. So make sure to subscribe because they upload videos every Wednesday. Thank you.
This one.
Be the troll tub.
Gotta get that price on.
Then I said put the biscuits away. This is episode 70 of TFR, the FIFA Ramble.
Mm-hmm.
This week we are so thankful. I'm so gracious.
I don't think I've
to
ever been this
I'm so proud.
I'm
So
proud.
Today, gentlemen, we are sponsored by the glorious juice bar, which is Vive Juice Bar.
Yeah.
To get all your juice needs, it's there. If you need a juice, if you need a smoothie,
All
if you need a coffee,
socials.
if you want to do that, see P. Big up to Pete. He is there. He is the blender coach.
With
That's
a
with a
K.
K. Blender coach.
Only
with a
on
K.
Twitter, on
You
Instagram.
need to if you want to get a smashing protein smoothie, pop down to Riverside Pleasure Center. It's a club, Riverside Pleasure Club
On Rover Way.
on Rover.
Rover Way, get down there, go see Pete.
They're
Your
front of
smoothies.
house.
Front of house,
Front
on
of
the socials, smashing it.
Pete's big friend of the podcast. Go see him.
Biggest friend. We want you to go to the juice bar and get a protein smoothie. You
Ask
can
him
also
for
get
a cheeky ramble.
a cheeky ramble. Asking for
Which
that.
is our smoothie, the
Yeah.
cheeky ramble, which we're well overdue for another one of.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And if you go there and get a cheeky ramble, get a photo, tweet us, send us your photo with your cheeky ramble smoothie.
Hashtag cheeky ramble.
Hashtag cheeky ramble.
Cheeky ramble.
Hashtag the blades.
Yeah.
And yeah, so if you win, if you get a selfie with Pete, you win everything.
You win at life.
And please just tag us in because we really want to see that. But we've got big love for Pete, big love for Vive Juice Bar, big love for the Blender Coach.
Thanks for sponsoring us.
Let's get into it then. News of the week.
Sad news of the week.
In our hometown, Cardiff City. Cardiff City are in the spotlight right now across the footballing world
Yeah.
for the reason of Sala and the unbelievable news. And we're still processing it here. We still can't believe what's actually happened. But it's taken a lot to just take a step back and just think of the process of what's actually happened. So when the flight went missing after signing for Cardiff City, no sign of it, and at the moment it's suspended. So everyone's in transition period now, just wondering what to do from here.
I think the timeline of it makes it more difficult to get your head around because it's that thing of bought him on Saturday and then he flew back to Nantes on Sunday to collect his belongings and say goodbye to the team. He posted that picture up on Instagram saying like one last goodbye. That's his last Instagram post, is one last goodbye, the wording of it. And then Monday the plane is flying at 9:15. It's at and they ask for permission to descend, and then they just lose communications with it.
And I think
it's so quick after all that happening, and you're just like, you can't get your head around how it's worked out. It's like, it is prophetic. The way it's worked out.
It's so surreal, isn't it? And people are, like you said, are just trying to get their head around it, to process the information. I mean, it's just been unbelievable, and I think it's strange because players leave clubs and they move on, and fans sort of quickly move on as well. But just the outpouring from Nantes fans and the way it's as you said it happened. He's gone to say goodbye, and you could see there was so much before the terrible news started coming through that all these fans from his previous club, after having signed with Cardiff, there was so much outpouring emotion from a club he's just left as well, even before this news had come through, wishing him well and him wishing the fans well.
So do you know what I'm amazed by? I'm amazed by the strength and dignity how Cardiff City actually handled it. I thought Ken Chu did magnificent work in an emotional time to give that interview for the BBC to get the story across. So I think he really represented Cardiff and Cardiff City Football Club and Cardiff City fans so well on that stage in these unreal times which no one can actually predict.
Yeah, I mean, what more can you say? It's just an absolute tragedy, and I think it has shown that, football, it's one of those strange things that does, the emotions you get from following your team and these people that play for your team. Here's a player that would, has not kicked a ball for Cardiff, and the outpouring of emotion, the connection that you instantly get with a player, just from either putting on a shirt and playing for your team, or merely signing for your team, and joining that family, joining that tribalism, that sense of football, and all the kind of the good side of it. And you often hear about the bad side, but the good side of it and that emotion that the fans have and the connection that they instantly get with players, you can see all of that in the emotions that are coming out this week. And what more can you say? It's just an unbelievable tragedy.
The worst part about it today, for me, was today when I checked my phone. I had a notification from Sky Sports, and it just said that they had said they weren't a rescue party.
Yeah.
When they said we're going out there for recovery. The word they used were, we're only searching for recovery. We're not searching for rescue.
Yeah.
As soon as I read that, I just was like, oh, well. And do you know what it made me immediately think of is the disasters like Hillsborough. Weirdly, disasters like Hillsborough and the Munich air crash, and the Munich air crash especially, and the Torino one before that, and the Brazilian team recently. It's like you lose members of your family. It's a bizarre.
So the tribe thing is very interesting to think of, because that's you are akin to thinking that way. What I think should come from this is appreciation for what we've got, and that it should put things into perspective, especially for us football fans as well as the outside world. I think the one positive thing to come from this is just to appreciate what we have, and to really respect the lives of the people we've got. And this, unfortunately, as is life, it does happen, but I hope it can just bring a lot of positivity
perspective, because I think that you just,
it's a
footballing
sport.
It's a footballing situation, but you've got to look at it. It's a human. It's a young man. And this tragedy has happened. Someone who's
fought his way through his
moving to a new country. It's just
It feels We talked recently about Morata, when you said it's a weird sort. I think there is a big understanding now in modern football of how much of an effort it takes to move to another country. It's we used to joke about it before when Ian Rush would say, it's like living in it was like living in a different.
Well, with Ian Rush, he said whether a boy can come back a man because he learned so much.
And so I think the connection that I feel to it as well is I know that he was making a massive leap to a Premier League club, and one that may not be a Premier League club next season, but he'd taken that leap of faith and backed himself as well in such a way that it was just I was like, well, I'm excited because I watch a lot of League One football, so I've seen him play, and I was excited to see what he could
do
as well.
And an orthodox striker. I mean, this is how quickly things can change in terms of perspective as well. Like on last week's show, we were just chatting about Cardiff,
they need a striker. Yeah, we said, and they got two. Yeah, that was the word that was used when at Cardiff. You need to buy a striker.
Yeah, and look how quickly things can just transition.
That was a week ago. We recorded
over a week.
That.
Yeah,
that is, and that's crazy. But it's a sad time. We obviously are closer to it, being our hometown.
Yeah, so our hometown, the impact of that. But we're so proud of how Cardiff are handling it on a massive scale like this.
Thinking of everyone connected with it, really.
It also proves how things can actually come together. Like it's something like this trends, it brings not like French fans, like Cardiff fans, football fans all together everywhere, and I think that's just a positive to gain from it.
Yeah, we're ready.
Are we ready?
FA Cup.
The Football Association
the Cup.
Yeah. What do you two think of the FA Cup? What's your opinion on it as a tournament?
Excellent question.
I like it.
Superb question.
I still like it. I think I like it because a lot of the it brings up childhood memories of joy.
It does until the last sections where it's just, you know what's going to expect. You know,
Yeah,
the
it didn't
team's
use
there.
that
I
in
need
that.
I need an outsider to win this to keep me motivated to watch it.
You got that in the Carabao now. That's the outsider getting quite far, the lower ranked side. That happens more
Do you know
regularly
what
in the Carabao Cup.
do you know what I like in
In the FA
but without going straying too far from the FA Cup, but because we're making the comparison, do you know what I like in the Carabao Cup too? I like in the Carabao Cup to the Royal Rumble, where if you're a wrestling fan, you used to always get like the last 4 people in the Royal Rumble. You usually had like 3 of the top guys and 1 other guy who you never expected made it that far, and he might even then get to the last 2 or 3. And that's kind of what happens. You get like 2 Premier League clubs against each other, Championship club against Premiership club. That doesn't really happen so much in the
FA
I think the last
Cup,
time we well, we had obviously Cardiff and Pompey a few years ago.
Hi guys.
A few years, quite a while ago now.
Who are your favourites? Who do you think's going to win it? You're going to go misty-eyed and say Man United. You're going to go for a rank outsider with a bit of...
Do you know
What's this, like card reading or something?
You're going to try and choose someone obscures out there.
Do you know who I think has got an
West
outside
Ham.
chance of winning the
West
FA
Ham.
Cup this season?
Who?
Not West Ham. Not
Watch
West
it be
Ham.
West Ham now.
Oh, I
Hey?
hope. God, I hope not.
I don't think so.
And looking at those, do you know, I think Derby County could go quite far.
Yeah?
Why would you want to hit him?
I'm gonna go
saying?
with Man City. Just I'm gonna say it quickly to get that last part out of my system. You know what you just said.
Just to play it
I don't be
safe.
boring and play it
Was
safe.
afraid to fly.
Well, I was also going to say that after you said I was going to go for a rank outsider, like some palm reading nut job.
And you went, no, I'm not going to do
Right,
it.
you're going to do that. Right, let's wind this back into some semblance of normality.
Yeah.
Right, I asked the question on Twitter this week, does the FA Cup still mean as much as it used to?
Yeah.
And our survey said...
And our survey said,
Oh, mix.
Gareth.
Is there like bing, and mix?
Came on to a mix.
Damn.
Right, we're going to start with Gareth. Gareth, who's an Oldham fan,
Oh yeah.
at GT18_ says, yes, it's big clubs that disrespect it. Top clubs, managers should want to win everything. It's huge for smaller clubs too. Oldham took 4,000 to Fulham.
Yeah, and I think he's got a point there because there is, you know,
It does mean more.
the
to
magic is
smaller
there
clubs.
for you look at like Newport beating Leicester in the last round. You know, you got Wolves going to Shrewsbury.
It's just limited magic,
be
though.
big.
It isn't as magical as I would want.
Yeah,
I'll throw it out there.
Mm.
It's not as magical as I would want it.
yeah.
It needs a sprinkling more.
Unicorns riding unicorns.
Newport County was really good. That was
Great.
Barnet was
Yeah.
a really good. You know.
And are we saying that Gareth is right in the sense that it's down to the fact that the bigger clubs feel their sort of
Flex.
second 11, and that's what takes away
Yeah.
from the magic.
But
Which
you
is
know,
not
we're getting
right.
less
you know
and
his
less.
Pep doesn't do that. He's
No.
not prepared to do it for this.
No, but also this is. Do you know who else doesn't do it? Pochettino, and this is.
But he's
why
got
I
no
was
choice to do, is he?
This is why
No
his players are
choice.
falling apart because he has no.
Choice.
Yeah.
Right.
Go on, we had more
Right.
responses.
We have more.
We have a few more responses. Oh, just one shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out is Newport County for being anywhere near
Shout
this.
out.
Yeah, Newport County,
Local.
brilliant.
I think we just need a shout out for them.
Yeah,
Just
I
to
agree.
Put that in place. Thank you. That's all right.
Can I have another shout out?
Yeah, shout out.
Shout out.
Gormleysaurus got in touch.
Yeah, got me, Cyrus.
FIFA
What?
Ramble legend. That's a myth. Some big club immediately he's kicking in.
He's going
Yeah.
straight in. He's going straight on
with
gas,
this.
isn't he?
He's
He's
going
going straight on
straight
gas.
in,
Yes.
and he's saying that's a myth. Some big clubs.
United in
Have
2000.
United in 2000.
Yeah.
Right, United didn't in 2000. Let's stop. They were asked to.
Okay, move on. We'll get into a loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't get into a United loop. United didn't ruin it in
Let's move
2000. City fans every tournament, every week.
Whoa.
Which, that's huge.
Bit harsh.
Chelsea sell out every game and pull out strong sides every round, every year. It's still as big for us. And I sort of think, look at it and go, do you know what? He's true.
He's right.
That's-
I think he's right.
Chelsea do respect this club,
They-
this competition a lot more than the other bigger clubs.
Yeah.
It's fully correct there.
Yeah.
I would argue that Spurs do the same.
Yeah.
But I think he is right. They definitely...
What? Like Arsenal don't do that? Man United don't do that?
No, I don't think Man United do. I don't think they respect the FA Cup as much as Chelsea do. There's evidence to show the strength the sides put out.
But Chelsea needs something.
Well, Gareth, you'll all be happy to know,
momentum.
came straight back in and said, I wasn't implying all big clubs do, it was just easier than specifying. So he's gone back himself.
He's let himself there.
Right, then we had Raj come in.
Cool.
Used to write for my websites. Some clubs have done. That's not consistent disrespect from some clubs. If you're up against a team you should beat, I don't see why you have to field your normal 11 and risk injury.
Yeah.
Enough to win and get to the next round is enough. And I think most clubs do.
I mean, the problem, there's a couple of ways to look at that. Well, first of all, yeah, you could see why risk injury if you've got a big squad, long seasons, why do that to yourself? The issue is, and if you get through, it's great, right? But then if you change it up and you don't get through, then suddenly it's the worst decision ever. So it's great when it works, but then it doesn't. So it's a simple answer. So if you like Jurgen Klopp and he changes his team against Wolves and they don't go through, suddenly they go, well, there's a trophy that you could have won.
Do you know what though? I think it also adds a little bit of spice within the smaller clubs, looking at those larger clubs, thinking like the impact that's got. If you're looking at team sheet and go, they're not even starting this, that, and the other. They're not even starting this player. It'll give you a proper edge to be like, right, we're going at them. Like, to be over that. So I think it all adds to the
It goes back to the question as well, as you've got to think, I do have some sympathy for the big clubs because evidently if you're in Europe, you've got more games, you're playing more often, you know, you've got the luxury of a bigger squad, you attract more players, you've got more wealth, you know, usually anyway, then you've got the resources to spread your to sort of change it up and to bring extra players in the squad.
It's a case by case.
So you know they don't have that problem necessarily if you're not in Europe and you're not in all the other competitions around.
So what do you actually do?
Well, can I ask another question?
What, another question on another question?
Yeah.
This is like question Jenga.
Mitch, summarise this section.
Oh, that's good.
It's not that simple.
And now we're going to do a Premier League.
We're now going to do a Premier League review.
Premier League
Let's not say toss-up. Hi gentlemen, welcome to my Premier League toss-up.
This is like when you've got lots of stuff that you want to throw into like a casserole because we've got the FA Cup as well. We need a lot of. There's Premier League stuff that we need to talk about because there's midweek fixtures.
Like a big stew.
Like a big Premier League stew, starting with 2 ingredients. I'm going to give you.
Okay.
Ingredient 1 is Bournemouth, and ingredient 2 is Chelsea.
Right. Can I pose a question to you here? Are Bournemouth and Chelsea the most confusing teams in the Premier League this season?
That's what I want from Bournemouth, to be honest with you.
Them and Watford, I think they're the other
totally. Like you can
It's a bit confusing, but I think I can make an argument that because
I've been shouting out Roy all season.
Right. Okay. We'll leave your Roy to the next.
Leave your Roy. We got a stew we're making here. We've got 2 ingredients we want to
Chelsea
put in.
are confusing because it looks like people are already losing patience in Sarri, which is ridiculous.
Sarri's losing patience. He doesn't like it either, does he?
No,
What's the problem?
It's weird that people are almost losing faith in him this early into his Chelsea career.
Are you really surprised by someone losing faith into a manager?
No, not this quickly. Not usually at Chelsea.
It's Chelsea though.
No,
that's the way they
manager.
That's the way they do business.
No,
I think it's probably surprising because only because the start he had, and then it was suddenly this Sarri revolution, and everyone was waxing lyrical about him.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like he had like an indifferent start and it's carried on. It's the fact that it's the tide has turned.
I think also the difference is if it was Bielsa, right?
Yeah.
And the players didn't play Bielsa style, then there'd be a fundamental problem there. I think that's probably what is the heart of Sarri getting so frustrated.
Yeah.
There's players not performing how he wants them to because he's got a vision and a system in place.
So,
and people are so quick to go jump on the Kante and the Jorginho rant. After not forgetting that is a system which.
We'll have Rio Ferdinand kicking off again if we talk to Jorginho.
I'm not bringing on Rio. Get in contact with us. We want to hear from you. Tweet us, Rio.
Here's a question, and I'm not going to say what I think. I just want you to answer it. If Chelsea lose this game, is Sarri is he legitimately under pressure?
No,
because I think they'll stomp on Bournemouth.
I think he could be, but I think Chelsea's PR machine is taking a hit right now.
Yeah.
Because of Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
And I think people at the club will recognise that and go, if we Chelsea this up early, we're going to
just
be hammered.
just Chelsea in this.
Yeah,
I'm
but do you know what I
busy.
mean? Chelsea bring in a manager, he's successful early on, it goes wrong, they sack him.
Yeah.
That's how it works at Chelsea.
Yeah.
Sarri, they're already getting to the point where there's rumblings of we're just jumping to the end, and they're like, don't do that, that's what Man United do. You know, they get rid of him too quickly. Shut up. It's, I think, the PR machine. But, right, Bournemouth, to bring into the other ingredient, just for briefly.
Josh King, Wilson, Stanislas.
Wilson, yeah, and
Fraser.
They've
Brooks.
Gladstone.
That's right.
they've got so many good players, and they've just signed from, is it No, who have they signed? Mepham from the Championship, Welsh International.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I
just-
didn't know, you're telling me things here.
They've just
and they've
signed
come without
him.
Charlie Daniels as well.
Yeah,
Long
Bournemouth
time.
are good, but they are confused. Right,
They're confusingly
Do you know who's
inconsistent, but sometimes I like that info.
do you know who's confusing me? Hassan Huttle.
Hasenhüttl.
What's the
confusing? What's confusing you about Hasenhüttl?
Do you want to know why I'm confused? Shall I tell you both?
Go on.
Because Hassan Huttle, right now, is messing up for the second year in a row my West Ham prediction. My Southampton prediction, sorry. He's destroying it. Last year I predicted they get relegated. Mark Hughes, of all people, came in and saved them on the final day. I was fuming. Because I called that when they were about 8th.
Well,
They were doing, and I was like, they look awful. They look
Yeah.
awful. And they ruined it.
They-
And now,
He's ruining
this
it.
season, I said, they've got Mark Hughes, they're still awful, they will get relegated. Hassan Huttle's
If Hassan
rocked
Huttle's
down.
looking at you, even if he's in a good mood, you're going to do whatever because he's got that authoritative.
he is. I tell you what. Besides looking like David Morrissey,
He might kill you.
Yeah.
he is exactly what they need. We talked about it earlier in the season with Unai Energy, as we called him, as you guys called him. His energy from the sideline is translating to the players. And
Yeah.
I know a lot of Southampton fans, and they love him down there. And you can't, it's hard not to see why.
He's done well.
He's doing a fantastic
He's
job.
done well.
Quick question before we move on to the next one. Will the Hasenhüttl revolution roll on against Palace at home, or is Roy going to spoil the pie?
Roy's the party, like Roy
Oh.
all over the place.
He's a part.
No,
He's
he's
going
not.
to
No,
Roy
he's
all
not.
over the park.
Southampton's
He's going to Roy everywhere.
Do you know what I think will happen? I think it's going to be Hassan Huttle sneaks a 1-0 win and walks off suavely. And Roy's
There we are.
fuming.
Nah,
We'll see.
We'll see. So we'll see.
That
We say
has-
Southampton, you say Palace.
The house going to get you.
Right.
Okay, right.
Okay,
Let's
so
move on to
I tell you what's
Spurs
getting
Watford.
Spurs at the moment: injuries.
Injuries.
Oh,
Dele Alli, the
We've
next,
not
the
known-
latest.
We've not known that.
We got
yeah.
it. Right, yeah.
Right.
You smoke.
King's
Oh,
ankles.
so that thin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very thin. We have been
Threadbare,
shouting.
some would say.
We've literally been saying since before the season started that Spurs are going to be exhausted
Yeah.
by this time.
You said
then
it in
now-
a well-known department store.
Yes,
That
I
we're
did.
filming in.
We did. In that department store, I said
Yeah.
Spurs they're gonna get exhausted and pick up injuries, and Kane's injured again, same ankle, and Son is gone off, and Ali.
Son will be back though.
Yeah, it's
They
Ali's gone.
need him now. But
Also, against what Daniel Levy wanted to do, apparently they were looking to offload Llorente this transfer window
that's
to
why
get
he
him off the
played so
books.
bad.
Because he has 6 months left on it. He's got 6 months left.
Mm.
So Daniel Levy is sort of like, oh look, we need to sell him because I don't want him
Yeah.
to leave for nothing. So they brokered they were shopping him around to try and get at least something for
Put him in a
him.
window.
Mm.
And Kane got injured. And now apparently they're like, well, we can't now sell him, so he has to leave for free at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And apparently Levy's fuming about it.
I
and
bet
trying to
he's
sell him
fuming.
anyway.
Well, he must have been
So-
fuming after last
So
week's
as soon as
performance
Son gets
from
back for
Llorente.
Spurs, as soon as Son gets back for Spurs, the better,
Yeah.
because then they can play him as a false nine,
Yeah.
and it'll be grand.
Do you know, it's the first time I've seen Pochettino be really phased by injury when he saw Dele Alli. It might have been clever editing, that might be from like way back, but
Yeah.
his face, it looked like it visibly drained of any energy.
You weren't even wearing that suit.
They just clipped him in. It's Photoshop. But
So-
yeah, he genuinely looked really
Can
like.
I throw something out to Watford as well?
Yeah, go on.
Just-
I think they're confused inside as well. but
They're
go on.
very confusing. Holobas is having a good season.
Yes, yeah.
Deanie's having a really good season.
Well, he's coming to good form recently.
Yeah,
He didn't have a
it's-
good start.
They're
He was
having
on
a
the way.
very, very, very confusing year at Watford.
Yeah.
Because at one point I was like,
Perez
are Watford
being
going to
watched.
get relegated? And then it was
I
like,
predicted
oh
it.
no, Watford. Yeah, you did.
Because they started off
You said
so
the
strong, and then
Then they started so strong, and then they started to go, and they've had some strange results, some great away wins, and they've got thumped at home a couple of times as well.
Right,
I worry about
next
Spurs in
one.
this fixture a little bit. I do. I worry, but
Do you know what else I worry about?
Go on,
Liverpool.
Go on.
You don't
Tell
worry
us
about
why.
Liverpool, do you?
No, Liverpool.
Look at the concern on his
I know,
face.
it's just
Last week, Liverpool showed that they were
Fallible.
they can be got at.
Yeah.
They can be got at because Liverpool shipped 3 goals, which is weird because it wasn't that long ago that they were that they only just. They only conceded, what was it, 7 goals, was it, all season? They've been talked about how little they conceded. They conceded nearly half that amount against Crystal Palace.
That was only because I brought another Liverpool defender into
You
my
brought
fantasy
in
team,
2
so that's why.
Yeah,
That's the only reason why they did that.
shipped 3.
Yeah, that was the only reason. That's the only reason. Don't worry, it'll be fine when I take him out.
We
again.
were both been saying for weeks. It's sensible actually. You have 2 Liverpool defenders because they don't concede goals, and then we shipped 3 against Palace.
That was a great game.
So
by the way.
okay, so
Can we finish tossing up?
attack. No, so the attacking
Only
Leicester
started,
City,
yeah.
this new attacking Leicester City that
Yeah.
sort of was. I know the free-flowing Claude
I
Puel
like
team.
Puel.
So they
This
could
is the
potentially get at Liverpool.
They could
or not.
What? Your big question of the week. Check it out there.
My question of the week is
Regarding Leicester.
Is what are you thinking of, Leicester fans? Do you actually want
I got to
Puel out?
Let's start again.
Go on.
This section is called Bones of Contention.
Bones of contention.
Bones of
My bones of
contention. What is
contention
your-
It's
is,
what is
even
your-
a savage question.
is
What your
literally-
bone of contention.
and I know they dropped to 9th, but they've been floating around sort of 7th and 9th for a while. Puel is, they were up there with the best of the rest. Where do you realistically expect them to be? Come on, get off his back. I just don't understand it. If you disagree, tweet us, but they might lose this game, but you've got to keep Puel.
Yeah.
Alex,
Keep happening.
Right.
Sum us up, Al.
sum it up.
Kamara on a mad one.
Kamara on a mad one. We got a hashtag Kamara on a mad one.
Kamara on a mad one.
Oh, that was fantastic.
When did you imagine send this section up?
Kamara. Because he's like one of the cheaper strikers on there, and if you don't want to, you don't want to have 3 full price strikers. You want to just have some bench fodder who's going to get some points.
Yeah.
He wasn't that bad. And he's turned out, he's coming on, he's taking penalties off Mitrovic and getting back. He's having fights, he's getting arrested. He's the biggest fantasy story of the season.
Battenbergs, there were tons of them.
No.
I want to do impressive players. I want to do
Look, we
keep
can't
us in
have
the wet.
any more. We literally.
Oppressed footballers.
Do you know how
impressive.
You guys were a section called oppressed footballers. Oh my god, that would absolutely break me if you did oppressed footballers. Tell us who's an oppressed footballer and why.
Just send the tweet out.
I think we should do it because people can say it could be contractually, it could be positionally, it could be.
How am I going to?
Pogba could have been one of the Mourinho.
I'm sending.
Like an arrow seeking out its quiver, like a salmon in a hatchback reversing up river.
What I can think of is
Are they partners?
they're referring to Aguero.
They must be.
That's the only thing I can
Yeah.
think of.
Best Argentine ever playing in the league.
Yeah,
Ever.
best Argentine player in the league was no, it was that what's his face? You know that what's his face? No, what's his face?
Hernan, Crespo.
No,
That's a
the
good
other
one.
guy. You know the other guy, the short little
The
guy.
other one, the little. He didn't
The
play in the Premier League.
The
did he?
little guy.
With the
You know the little guy.
Danny DeVito,
No, with the big ears. Played for Man United.
Ronnie Corbett.
Juan,
No, the other guy.
not for wrong.
No, the other guy. The little guy with the big ears.
Tevez.
Looked like a no. Looked like
Like Goblin.
like a rat.
Carlos.
No. The other guy.
Mascherano.
Right.
I can't remember his name.
I don't know who you're on about.
The other guy. The guy.
What's the punchline?
I don't know. I can't remember his name.
I'm waiting for him.
The Argentinian guy.
Just keep saying it.
I'll think of it afterwards.
What do you think this is?
Right,
Oh, I
we're
know.
finishing the outro.
Angel Di Maria. We done.
We're done. Goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen.
Another
So
week.
long.
We finished 70. We're going to get our old OAP behind
This is 70.
back home.
Have we got our
This is
podcast
the
back
FIFA
pass?
ramble.
I don't know. No, I don't think we've sent off them yet. But we should be getting a state pension by now. Anyway.
This
Guys.
week's episode, once again, was sponsored by Vive Juice Bar at the Riverside
The
Pleasure
blended
Club.
coach with a K.
Riverside Pleasure Club cruise. It's if you want to sponsor this podcast, get in touch. I mean,
Yeah. But
we're-
pop down
we're
for
literally
a
open
protein
wherever you
smoothie, CP. Get a little selfie with Pete. That would be delightful. That would bring us
It
no
would.
end. Smiles. Oh, guys, I got one more thing.
Yeah,
Go on.
I got a little thing. I got a little idea for a little social thing. It'd be great.
yeah.
I want people to post pictures of players who are either impressed, depressed, repressed, or oppressed. Just a picture, screenshot of any player in
All
any of those.
oppressed.
Any of those
Oppressed.
emotions they feel.
Read
Could
them
be
out one
someone-
more time.
Could
so
someone
everyone-
really happy, so they could be impressed, they could be the other side of that, depressed,
Yeah.
or they could be repressed in some way, maybe they're in a contract, they need to get out of it, they're stuck
Yeah.
somewhere, like, oh, I can't deal with it.
Yeah.
Or they could be oppressed
Yeah.
in some way, shape or form as well. So any of them, tag us in, or just take a
Treated them
screenshot,
fairly.
push
Yeah.
it
The
on...
Danny Drinkwater.
Ooh.
And we'll
That he's the closest to an
Chelsea
oppressed
youth.
footballer I've ever seen.
Chelsea
Danny
youth, what
Drinkwater.
Yeah.
category Chelsea youth in?
Oh no, let's not get into it. Right, now it's
Thanks
70
for inviting us to
again.
FIFA
Come
Ramble.
back
You can
next
find
week.
us on all the socials.
Bye.
Come on a mad one. Come on a mad one. That could be our Christmas single. Come on a mad one. Come on a mad one. Santa, come on a mad one. Imagine that. A Christmas single. We can get him in it. Come on. Come on a mad one. Come on a mad one. Someone can make it. Someone. If we send that clip to one of my mates, I reckon they would put it into to some kind of... But Craig could do it as well. Kamara the mad one. Kamara the mad Kamara. It'd be great. We could send it to Kamara. Ranieri said he wanted to shoot him, and that was before he had a fight with Mitrovic and got arrested and thrown in jail.
You'd probably want to shoot him too, though.
I love the way that every time he does something, we go, he's not going to get picked as fancy again, and he still gets picked or comes on for like...
Battenberg's, though,
Go and subscribe to the FIFA Ramble.